Hi parents, and welcome to 4th grade annual Title I extravaganza. Here is a list of the 4th grade teachers and the subject area they teach. Here are some easy ways to contact your child's teacher. You can email them or call the school. You can also use the inbox feature on Living Tree to send them a message. Or this year we have student agendas if you need to write a quick note for the teacher.
How are teachers communicating with parents? Teachers also use the Living Tree inbox feature to send parents private messages about their child. Also, teachers post general messages on the news feed feature of Living Tree. You may also receive phone calls from your child's teacher regarding positive praises, questions, or concerns about your child. Your child has a parent communication folder in their binder. We would like for you to check this folder daily for graded papers and important flyers from the school so you can be in the know. Also on Mondays, you can find your child's weekly newsletter, which includes important announcements as well as what your child will be doing that week at school. These newsletters can also be found on Living Tree each Monday. Clever.com is a quick and easy way for your child to access most of the educational websites used in the classroom at home. You can find your child's username and password for Clever in their parent communication folder. Our 4th grade students are familiar with how to log on to Clever, but if you were to have any difficulties doing this at home, please contact your child's teacher for more assistance.
Here is the 4th grade schedule for this school year. As you can see, at the beginning of the day, we have an extended learning time. This is a time where students are able to receive special interventions, remediation, and even acceleration so their individual educational needs are met. Our connection time is near the end of our school day. Students rotate to a different connection every 3 weeks. How your child is graded in ELA. A big focus for our students in 4th grade is being able to understand what they read. Sometimes our 4th grade kiddos get so caught up on how fast they can read that they aren't slowing down to focus on what they are actually reading. We want our students to understand what they are reading. We give passage tests for students to complete every other week. It is our hope and expectation that your child will be able to read a 4th grade text independently and successfully answer around 10 comprehension questions related to what they just read. These passage tests are a big percentage of your child's grade. We also give weekly quizzes and other assignments that account for 30% of your child's grade. We have many resources available online, such as Google Classroom, that we use on a daily basis. We also use Study Island for students can improve their reading and language skills. We also have Epic, which is a wonderful online library that is full of virtual books.
We also cover a range of writing genres in 4th grade. We complete opinion essays, informational essays, and narrative writing as well. Writing tends to be a very difficult skill for our 4th graders, so this is something we like to practice with them a lot in class before we turn them loose to do it independently. Please feel free to ask your child throughout the week what type of essay we're working on and ask them the components in that particular type of essay writing.
As far as how your child will be graded in math class, classwork makes up 30% of their math grade. Quizzes also count for 30%, and our end of module tests are the biggest chunk of your child's grade at 40%. The sites we use weekly in math are Reflex, which focus on reinforcing their multiplication fact knowledge. Zern is aligned with our math curriculum, Eureka. And Prodigy is an additional website students can practice math problem solving skills competitively with their classmates. Students really enjoy doing this if they have time.
introducing the science and social studies content for the year. Okay, so we'll start out with our science. So as you can see, we have ecosystem, water cycle, weather, solar system and moon phases, light, sound, and simple machines. Next, you will see the social studies units for the year. So we'll start off with geography, then the American Revolution, Constitution, westward expansion, suffrage, Civil War, Reconstruction, government, and economics. Some websites that we frequently use for science and social studies, we'll use Google Classroom for assignments. We like to use Discovery Education for Magic School Bus and Liberty Kids videos. And at the bottom, you'll see Kahoot, where we can play games to review like quizzes and to get ready prepared for tests. And in science and social studies, here's how your child is graded. Our tests are 40%, quizzes are 30%, and classwork will be 30% also. So in science and social studies, we focus very heavily on vocabulary. So every week, you'll notice that your child has some type of vocabulary to study. We'll usually send that home on a sheet with a definition, the words and the definition, and usually give them pictures and to go with their words. In class, we make vocabulary cards for your child to come home and study. There are multiple games that you can play with those cards. Typically, on one side of the card, we like to put the word, and on the other side, we'll put a picture. We don't like to put the definition because we don't like them to memorize definitions. We want them to really be able to use the word in context and really be able to explain the word. So we feel like pictures help them do a better job at explaining. So just make sure that you're having conversations with your child. Make sure that you're asking them questions about their words, like, can you explain your word? Why do you think that? This is just really crucial for your child to better learn that word instead of just memorizing it. So vocabulary is a big part of science and social studies, and these are counted for quiz grades. Also, in science and social studies, we do a lot of writing. Writing is a big task for fourth graders, and it can be very difficult. So to help out with reading, we do a lot of writing. We feel like since we're teaching the topic and the subject, they're getting a really in-depth background knowledge, and so they're better able to turn around and write. Because a lot of times you'll hear your students or your child say they don't know what else to say, or they're done and they just wrote a couple sentences. Well, we want them to feel confident when they write and have fun when they write. So when they have the background knowledge and know what they're writing about, they typically do a lot better job. So we try to do at least one writing sample with each unit. So for example, this last unit when we did the water cycle, we wrote a narrative about my life as a water droplet. And so they had a lot of fun writing and doing that. And so that's the goal. You don't want it to be stressful. We want it to be fun for them. So we just want to let you know that just because we're science and social studies, we're heavily helping out reading, and we want to help their reading, then become strong readers and strong writers. So again,
you may be wondering how you can help your child at home. One way is their reading homework. Reading homework will be given every Monday, and it will be taken up on Friday for us to review together. Study multiplication facts nightly. Study science, social studies, vocabulary words, and discuss content topic of the week. Also, accelerated reader. Students will have the opportunity to check out books each week. After finishing the book, students will be able to take a quiz to show their understanding.
Our fourth grade students will take a district assessment known as the Gmap Assessment.
This Gmap assessment will be given 3 times a year, and it measures students' growth and student achievement on a national level. Students will take this at the beginning, middle, and end of the school year. And ultimately, we hope that students will show significant growth from the beginning to end of the year.
Our fourth graders will take the Georgia Milestones towards the end of this school year. This is a state assessment. The Georgia Milestones has 4 levels that students may score at. Level 1, meaning beginning learner. Level 2, meaning developing learner. Level 3, meaning proficient learner. Level 4, meaning distinguished learner. Students who score a level of 3 or 4 have demonstrated that they have mastered the 4th grade standards. Attached to your 4th grader's recent progress report, you would have found their individual Georgia Milestone scores from last school year. Please be sure to view your child's milestone scores from last year closely. On the Milestones report, a Lexile score was also given. At the end of 4th grade, our hope is for all students to score between 740 to 940.
We thank you for watching. If you have any additional questions, please reach out to your child's teacher.